So, in my opinion, this is going to be, in my opinion, it's the right one because I'm making the video. It's going to be 2 or more superheroes teaming up to fight against a threat. So, like, you have like one-on-one superheroes, or even like a superhero facing multiple enemies. That's not going to be this list. That can wait till another day. Today, it's going to be 2 or more heroes teaming up against a threat. So let's get started. Let's dive right on in. So starting out the list in our number 10 spot is the final battle in Iron Man 3, which features Tony Stark, Rhodey, and tons of Iron Man suits powered by Jarvis versus countless extremist soldiers. First off, seeing all those Iron Man suits in combat was incredible, and the fight scene was really nothing like anything we've seen in the MCU before or since. It was really just a lot of fun seeing Tony jump from suit to suit throughout the battle. Now, one of the best things about the fight was that the villains were very unique and weren't just mindless fodder, but were actually capable and dangerous opponents, both with their glowing arms that can slice right through metal. There's also that trademark Marvel humor, as Tony and Rhodes joke around.
Timing? Oh yeah, that's awesome. Give me a suit, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, they're only coded to me. What's that mean? I got you covered.
Good evening, Cap. Can I give you a lift?
Very funny.
And even Pepper gets it on the action. However, my main complaint with the fight scene, and the reason that's just in our number 10 spot, is that there are no real stakes. Here's what I mean. Tony and Rhodes were the only physical heroes in the fight, since Jarvis was controlling the majority of the suits, and the suits themselves were actually empty. So the suits get destroyed by enemies and it doesn't matter, kind of taking away the stakes in the fight. Our number 9 spot is from The Incredibles, where the Incredibles are facing off against the Omnidroid. Even though the robot was seemingly destroyed earlier in the movie, a bigger and badder version was brought back in the finale as a part of Syndrome's plan to make himself into a hero. But when Syndrome is taken out by the robot, it's up to the Incredibles, and Frozone of course, to defeat the Omnidroid. Now this is probably the most light-hearted battle on this list, as the family tries their best to play keeper with the remote and figure out a way to take the robot down. Plus, it gave us this iconic moment.
Honey!
What?
Where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit?
Number 8 is the battle for Gotham from The Dark Knight Rises, where Batman, Catwoman, and the GCPD go up against Bane and his army. So after being sorely defeated in his first encounter with Bane, and even having his back broken, Batman returns from Gotham City in order to free it from the villain's reign of terror. While Bane dominates the battle in the beginning, with his brute strength and viciousness, Batman just won't give up, and his resilience ends up swinging the fight in his favor. After Batman was able to damage Bane's mask, he had the clear upper hand over the villain and was able to take him down. What made the fight even better was the sheer scale of it, as the GCPD was fighting against Bane's army all around. Then you add in that there's a race against the clock as a nuclear bomb is about to explode. This is just one fight that you can't miss. Number 7 is the battle against the Frost Giants from Thor. After a sneak attack on Asgard by the Frost Giants, Thor decides that he needs to go to Jotunheim in order to exact some vengeance. Gathering up the Warriors 3, Lady Sif, and his younger brother Loki, Thor ventures off to Jotunheim and actually almost leaves without a battle, until one of the Frost Giants mocks him.
Run back home, little princess.
Dad.
Next.
After that, all hell breaks loose, and Thor goes absolutely berserk and just starts destroying all the enemies in his path of Mjolnir. Loki is able to use his magic to take out some opponents, and the Warriors 3 are holding their own against the Frost Giants as well, but they start to get overwhelmed and are forced to retreat. Just as they're about to escape, a Frost Beast blocks their path and forces Thor to take it out in brutal fashion. Number 6 is the X-Men versus the Sentinels from X-Men Days of Future Past. Now what's so great about this fight is that there are two simultaneous battles going on at the same time, with Sentinels attacking the classic X-Men of the future, while Wolverine, Beast, and Professor X are trying to stop Magneto and his army of Sentinels in the 70s, as well as stopping Mystique from killing Trask. Because while she thinks that taking down Trask would stop the Sentinels, it would actually have the exact opposite effect and bring about the dystopian future. I love that this battle features all the X-Men that we know and love taking on the Sentinels, and there are some great moments, like Magneto using the Blackbird as a weapon to blink, throwing portals all around, and we were finally able to see what Storm was truly capable of. And this battle had no regard for its heroes, as it was just killing them off left and right, and you never know who will be the next one to go. In our number 5 spot is the Battle of Sokovia in Avengers Age of Ultron. Here the Avengers are in the fight of their lives as they're facing off against the villainous AI Ultron and his legion of drones. You really get a sense of how outmatched some of the Avengers are and just how tired they get throughout the fight, but they're still not going down until they've given it all they got.
Incoming already came in. Stark, you worry about bringing the city back down safely.
The rest of us have one job. Tear these things apart. You get hurt, hurt them back. Get killed, walk it off.
The battle feels like a comic book come to life, and it was great being able to see Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, War Machine, and Vision battle alongside the original Avengers for the first time, even though Quicksilver was taken away from us way too early. Now, one thing I didn't like was how weak Thor looked in this battle, especially against Ultron. But that isn't as much a problem with the battle scene as it is with the MCU as a whole. But it did allow Vision to use Mjolnir, so how can I complain?
It's terribly well balanced. Well, if there's too much weight, you lose power with the swing.
Number 4 is the Battle of Xandar in Guardians of the Galaxy, where the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Ravagers, and the Nova Corps as a team up in order to stop Ronan from destroying the planet. The battle also grows more and more tense as it goes along, because when Ronan steps one foot on Xandar, they'll have the ability to destroy it. And as he gets closer and closer, and nothing the Guardians are doing can stop him, it just gets more and more tense. The battle contains an aerial dogfight that can give any Star Wars a run for its money, has a great fight scene between Gamora and Nebula, Yondu has an incredible scene of his arrow, and there's the iconic and emotional scene where Groot sacrifices himself to save his friends.
No, Groot. You can't. You'll die. Why are you doing this? Why?
We are Groot.
And the battle ends in a really unexpected way, as Star-Lord distracts Ronan with a dance-off before him and the rest of the Guardians are able to destroy Ronan with the power gem.
You're immortal. How?
You said it yourself, bitch. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Number 3 on our list is Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman vs. Doomsday at the end of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. After Lex Luthor couldn't convince Superman to defeat Batman in order to save Martha, he unleashed a Kryptonian monster known as Doomsday. Superman tries to quickly remove the beast and fly in outer space, but the United States Army decides to launch a nuke at them both. They temporarily took out the Man of Steel, but sent Doomsday tumbling back to Earth. Batman was forced to battle against the monster for a little while, but then Wonder Woman showed up and it got buck wild.
Oh, shit.
This is also the first time that we've seen the DC Trinity on the same screen before, so that was an iconic moment in and of itself. Then Wonder Woman turned out to be one of the best characters in the movie and an absolute beast in battle, so seeing her fight was enough to put on this list. Plus, like it or not, we got the death of Superman, which is pretty substantial. The number 2 spot is the Battle of New York in the Avengers, where the Avengers take on Loki and his army of Chitauri. Just like the DC Trinity versus Doomsday, this battle scene is a historic moment as well, because we had never seen all the Avengers on the same screen, battling to save the world. And man, was it a great sight to see. One of the best parts of the scene was seeing how well the Avengers work together, as Cap instinctively takes lead of the team. Hawkeye gets up high and starts sniping, Thor brings the lightning, Black Widow figures out a way to close the portal, Iron Man flies around and supplies firepower where it's needed, and Hulk does what he does best, smash. Plus, there are humorous moments sprinkled throughout the entire battle, when we got an incredible confrontation between Hulk and Loki.
Puny God.
And before we get to our number 1 pick, I would like to throw out some honorable mentions. And finally, in our number 1 spot, we had the airport battle in Captain America's Civil War. Man, this fight is incredible. It really is. Throughout the entire movie, both Captain America and Iron Man have been split over the Sokovia Accords, and they've both been building up their armies. Now these two sides finally clash, as Iron Man is trying to arrest Steve and do what he feels is right, while all Cap is doing is trying to bring down Baron Zemo and do what he believes is right.
What do we do, Cap?
We fight.
There's great action throughout the fight, as Winter Soldier faces off against Black Panther, Black Widow takes on her friend Hawkeye, and Scarlet Witch is just waving her little hexes and just slinging everyone around. The fight also shows the first time that Scott Lang turns into Giant Man, which is a sight to behold.
Holy shit!
Way to go, Tic Tac!
Plus, it's the introduction of Spider-Man into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is just kind of the best thing ever.
Better, it's just a new suit. Wait, it's nothing, Mr. Stark. It's perfect, thank you.
Yeah, we don't really need to start a conversation.
Okay. Captain? Big fan of Spider-Man.
So there we have it. Those are the top 10 best battles in all superhero movies, in my opinion. But I would love to hear what you think, so sound off down in the comments